own, but
Hey everybody. Oh, now you're in the video, Chili. Here, hold it like this. Can you hold it like that? Okay, so we are here in Austin. We are... Look at Tanya. There's Tanya there too. We are here in Austin. We are going to the Besame Mucho concert, so we're super excited. That was the secret. We didn't tell anybody. So we are here in Austin, and we're going to get some Chick-fil-A real quick, and then we're going to head down to the concert. It is raining. So we are hoping and praying and crossing our fingers and everything that it stops raining, because we want it to stop. It should be stop raining. I said at 10, so it's 9:30. So we're gonna hope and pray that it does go. But these are little wristbands. Look at the little wristbands.
Oh, mine's on this side.
Yours is on the other side, but yeah. So those are our wristbands. So we're gonna head down, and we'll bring you guys along this adventure. I'll see how much I record or what I can get. I haven't been recording as much on this trip, but because I'm just trying to spend family time with the family. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys at the concert. Bye. Okay guys, so here we got on a shuttle to take us down to the Besame Mucho entrance, and then they had these race cars going because it isn't a racetrack where we were going, and they had a bunch of cars racing. So that was pretty cool to see. You guys, when we got there, the lines were super long. There were so much people there. Finally, we were able to get in. It was an easy process. You just scan your badge and they let you in. And of course, we had to take pictures in front of the Besame Mucho sign. There's a lot of people there. That day it was chilly and cold. It stopped raining. It didn't rain anymore, so that was a good thing. But it was cold, you guys. It was so cold. And then here I left a little the lineup that was going to be there with all the singers and all that. So we got to see a lot of famous people do with their concerts and everything. And it was just a lot of old bands that I loved growing up and listening to. It was so much fun. Me and the girls just had a blast. And we were dancing, we were singing, we were drinking. Well, I was drinking, not my niece and my daughter were not. But I had a blast. It was just so fun. I do recommend it if you guys get a chance to do it. It is expensive. We paid $390 per ticket, but it was so worth it to see all these artists. And here I got to see the Cardenales, which is a really, really old band that I was happy to see them play and just enjoy their music, because they're just classic music that we've been listening to since I was a little girl. Of course, here we're dancing, me and the girls. We had a blast. Our feet was hurting so bad because there's nowhere to sit and we're just standing there, but we had a blast. And of course, the girls here are being silly because they don't have dancing partners. They're like, well, Araceli was like, I'm gonna dance with my phone, and Tanya was like, I'm dancing with my book bag. But it was so much fun to see them enjoying their time there. And then here we got to the Inquietos del Norte. This band is crazy. When I tell you guys, you can tell if you pay attention. You can see beers, money, everything being thrown into the public. So we stayed behind because we were not going to be getting beer thrown at us or anything like that. And then here we saw Tito WP, which is one of my daughter's favorite singers. So we got to see him in concert. And of course, we went to go see Elvis, which we had a blast. I haven't seen him ever, so this was my first time actually experiencing it. We had a blast. Me and my daughter were dancing. We danced some bachata and some music, so that was pretty fun to experience. This was pretty cool because they had two bands playing at the same, well, not at the same time, but they had them set up where they just turn the stages and the next artist will get on there and start singing right away. That's how they were able to get all these artists back to back, which was really cool to see that, how the stages turned and everything. Here is Pepe Aguilar, which is a legend in the Mexican culture, and it was just amazing to be able to see him in person. And here's one of my favorite artists, Karim Leon, which is an amazing artist. I love all his music, and it was just fun watching him in concert. I've never been to one of his concerts, so I was happy I was able to get to see him. And then here's Banda MS. There's so many bands, you guys. I mean, it was so many bands just to keep up with, but I do recommend it. It's an amazing experience. And of course, here we ended the night with Peso Pluma, which he gave an amazing show. It was amazing I was kind of impressed of all the choreography and all that stuff, so I was pretty impressed. But it was very cold, so we ended up leaving a little bit early because it was just freezing cold.
Chilling. You bored? ¿Dónde? ¿Estás aburrida? You bored?
Okay guys, so we made it back to Omaha. Okay, let's do story time because it was a hectic weekend. So we went to Besame Mucho. We had a blast. It was amazing. Really good concert. The only downside to it was that it was freezing cold. And we were freezing our butts off. And so that was the only bad thing. And we kind of left a little bit early just because it got too cold. And it was just like we were trembling. We only had our little jackets. And it was just, our legs hurted. It was so bad. There's nowhere to sit. There's nowhere, like, people carried some chairs, lawn chairs and stuff like that. But we didn't know that. So next time we know for sure to bring some lawn chairs so we can be seating and not get so tired. But other than that, I had a blast. I loved it. All the artists and everything. We saw a lot of artists that we had fun with. And then on our way back the next morning, we were trying to catch a flight. We got to the airport at 10 o'clock and we were there all day and night. We were not able to get out of Austin because it was so busy. It was just crazy how busy it was, I guess because of Besame Mucho concert, and there was other concerts that were going on, so a lot of people were traveling there, and top it off, it's spring break, so it was hectic. We didn't get to leave Austin, so we ended up staying an extra night in Austin. I booked a hotel and we stayed there, and then we tried on the first flight in the morning, and we were able to get on and get here to Omaha. So we went from Austin to Denver to Omaha, and then we got here around 10:30 in the morning, and now I'm just literally just washing clothes, getting ready to repack to go to my next trip. But yeah, I mean, it was a great time. I hope you guys like a little bit of the clips that I posted. I didn't record a lot, just a bunch of the artists, but I didn't do none of my talking that I normally do. But I will see you guys on the next adventure. And I will see you guys there. So I'll end this video here. I hope you guys subscribe and comment. And I will see you on the next adventure. And you guys have a great time. Thank you. Bye.